Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to some more random Dota 2. This was an Invoker ranked game that I played just today, and it was an interesting game. Now, that's the two teams. Now we'll jump over here and go to player perspective. Okie dokie. So this was an 800 average MMR game. And I was the high MMR on my team at 1,120 odd. So, a very, very low quality game. But I did really well this game, and that's why I record these things, is to show you guys where... Well, to record for myself, really, when I play well. Now, this is comparatively well. So, comparatively well for 1k MMR, right? So, yeah, I'm going to be playing Invoker, going into the mid lane. And it'll be interesting. There's a couple of scary heroes on the other team. Chaos Knight is one. Invoker really doesn't do that well against illusions. He does okay, but he's not what you would say, like, yeah, pick this guy to deal with illusions. That's more like Sven, who has a cleave, who does lots of AoE damage when he right clicks. So yeah, I'll be just trying to secure this rune here. So a couple of scary heroes. I'm a little bit worried about it, but we'll see how things pan out. I'm guessing that I'm going to be up against the Shadow Fiend in the mid lane. Now, I'm tempted to go in here, but with the Slark there and the Shadow Fiend, that's a fair bit of damage. So I don't really want to take any extra harass. I'll just head to the mid lane and try and get a good block off to make sure the lane starts in my favour. So just trying to get the range creep first so the wave pushes, and this is actually a pretty good block. You can see that I'm stopping both, or all the creeps. Now the trick is to deny. Unfortunately, I do not get the deny. Now to start with, I can last hit the Shadow Fiend because his base damage is really low. But as he gets his Necromastery stacks, it's going to become harder and harder for me to last hit this guy. And you can see, I'm starting to have trouble. Like, I can't quite beat him to the punch. But the lane is pushing in my favour. And I still haven't got a last hit. He raises that, but I do deny one. So, I'm just doing what I can to, stay in the lane here. I take a raise to the face. That's fine. At the end of the day, what I really want is levels. Ideally, I want farm too. And I don't have enough damage at the moment to get the last hit there, and I missed that one too. So, 2 waves in, 0 last hits. Yeah, very good start. But yeah, the main thing that I want right now is experience. I can get last hits and farm as the game progresses. I just need to get to my Midas in reasonable time. This is what we need, right? So you can see right now I'm at the bottom of the net worth chart, and that's because I'm last hitting horribly. But I'm level 3, so not that bad. I have 1 last hit. This is so bad. We also have a Jungle Legion commander, so our lanes are a little bit weak to begin with. And that's something we've just got to be aware of, I think. I'm just trying to stay out of the wave so that when he does that, he doesn't just nuke me as well. But anyway. So I'm going to start spamming out my Forge Spirits here to help me last hit. I missed that one too. I've got 3 out of, what is that, 4 net waves now? 5 waves now? So bad. Anyway. The Shadow Fiend's playing a fair way back, which is fine by me. Let's put some harass on him. Yeah, that was a pretty big waste of mana on his behalf because he didn't actually get a last hit. And you can see now with the Forge Spirit up, I can actually outlast hit him. The Forge Spirit damage plus my damage is enough to do the business on him. We're denying each other pretty well right now. Jeez, it's just so bad. You know, watching this back, I'm like, oh my god. Anyway, I just need to get to my Midas in a reasonable time. I really haven't had to burn that much regen, which is good. The Shadow Fiend is beating me, but it's not bad. Like, he's not fully flogging me at the moment. He merely has the advantage. So get my boots and my bracer here. It'll just make me a little bit tankier. Oh, I missed that last hit somehow. But it's fine. Because I don't know where the Shadow Fiend is. I keep pinging that he's gone missing. I believe he picks up a bottle.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
And that's just Shadow Fiend's high base damage there. Now right now the Slark is running away. And I'm going to try and Sunstrike him. And I do actually get him. I just happened to look at the map there. I just happened to look at the map and see that he was running away. And the Shadow Fiend missed like 3 hits there on that catapult. Sad for him. Again, bit of a waste of mana. It's going to cost him the range creep. And I'm top of the net worth chart. So that landing that Sunstrike was you know, potentially lane winning for me. The question is now, what can I do with it? A little bit distracted right now, just setting up my Midas. And I said to my team, you know, just ping if you have an opportunity for a Sunstrike, please let me know. Because I am still a 1k player, so I don't have this omniscient map awareness. So our jungler's doing really well. She's up to level whatever. Level 5 currently. And she's just behind me in net worth, so that's pretty good. Some junglers are really slow, but this Legion seemed to be fairly fast-ish. Right now I'm going to try and Sunstrike the Chaos Knight. He ends up turning around for some reason. It's funny, this guy was like, he was trying to trash talk me, like Sunstrike is an easy ability to land. And I'm like, yeah, sure, it's not totally a 175 nuke on a, you know, like a delayed nuke. It doesn't just instantly cast wherever you place it. It's a 1.7 second delay. It's only 175 radius. It's tiny. I was like, yeah, they're like pudge hooks, you know. You got to throw them to get awesome Sunstrikes. You got to just have a crack at it and see if you can land it. As you can see with the one on the Slark up the top, you know, it's totally worth it. And what does it cost me? Mana. So what? Like, Invoker's got pretty good mana regen. He certainly, you know, with a Bassi, which is what I've just picked up because I am a little bit short on mana. With a Bassi, you're pretty much good for mana. Like, you don't really need to go back to base if you manage things well. So just keep denying that range creep as much as I can. You can see that I have 19 denies right now to the Shadow Fiend 6. I'm level 7 and so is he. So things very tight here in the mid lane. But I'm going to have my Midas. I've got a kill so far. The Shadow Fiend has not. And this is kind of the thing. Like, if you're a mid laner, what impact do you have on the game? And if you're playing Invoker, you can have an impact even while just sitting in lane, right? I haven't left my lane. I've just sat here the entire time. And that's all I'll do as well. It's not like Puck where, you know, you get level 6 and then you go on a rotation and you're playing the runes, and if you get a haste, you're ganking somewhere. If you get an invis, you're ganking somewhere. Invoker's kind of not like that. You can play him like that, but Quas Exort tends to be a little bit more static. You sit in lane, you get your Midas, you get your farm, and then you go. So I got my Bassi, just used my last Tango. I didn't see how much health this guy had, and then I saw him, and he's got too much. Chaos Knight has 1,000,000 HP. He's very, very hard to Sunstrike. Okay, here comes the the Shadow Fiend. I'm just going to back up a little bit, just make sure that I don't get squashed by him. You know, triple raise, I'd probably die, maybe. But I'm going to push this into the tower, just do some damage. I'm pinging that he's missing. He's gone to get the rune, actually. And here he is. And then I see that the what's-his-face is lobbed up. And I'm invoking Cold Snap right now. I should have kept Sunstrike up, because I could Sunstrike him and potentially get a kill. Right now I realise that my hero for some reason has run after them both. So, yeah, anyway. So I Cold Snap him just to help the Legion get the duel. And that's a nice win. I was saying to the Legion that she needed to gank mid. Oh, you see me just miss the Chaos Knight there. And this guy's trying to trash talk me. I'm like... like, yeah, Sunstrike, totally easy ability to land. Anyway, so I've nearly got my Midas now. Just waiting for Forge Spirits. I think here was where I was saying to my team, I'm like, yeah, this guy is just trying to tilt me, and I'm like, I'm not getting tilted by this. For every one Sunstrike you throw, you're probably going to miss 3, maybe 4. Like, they're a hard ability to land. So right now, they're fighting down bottom. And I don't really have any mana to Sunstrike anyone, so I'm just going to farm up. The Slark's there, and I'm pinging him out. So I do have a Sunstrike right now. So if they manage to get a duel off, I can Sunstrike the duel. But the Legion Commander is not paying attention. So the Drow Ranger is level 5. I invoke Cold Snap, but she backs off real fast. Which is just as well for her, because she was going to die. Anyway, I'm still top of the net worth right now. I'm just a little bit cautious because none of them are showing on the map currently.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
I'm also using my Forge Spirits to push into the bottom tower. Now I'm running bottom because they're all here. I'm saying to the Legion, I'm like, duel the Drow for shit's sake. Drow against Legion Commander is horrible. Now this guy just runs in, gets stunned. I'm like, you're an idiot. But anyway. Now if they right click him, he dies. But nobody right clicks anybody. And I'm thinking about Sunstriking, but I don't have enough mana. So I'm like, well, that put paid to that. So now I notice that the Drow is quite low. She starts to back up. And she runs to the left. You know, that, as I said, for every one you throw, you miss 3 or 4. And for some reason, she runs slightly to the left there. If she doesn't, I get it. Like, you know, you can't be upset because it was on target. It was the right area. Not even mad. So anyway, I'm top of the net worth by nearly 1,000. I've got low mana, so I'm going to run back to base now. Because I do just need to top up my mana pool. It's got to the stage where it's, you know, getting a little bit ridiculous. But I am going to send my Forge Spirits to push the mid lane while I run back to base. This is something I like to do. Just apply some pressure on the map. Make sure that mid lane isn't pushed into my own tower. And the next item is going to be drums. So we're pretty much there. You see that those Forge Spirits by themselves will do a really good job pushing that lane. Just grab some TPs, TP back to the lane. Now the Slark's here, and so's the Chaos Knight. So I invoke Cold Snap here because I like to fight with Cold Snap and Forge Spirits. I feel like that's a good way of fighting early game. It's very simple. There's not as much room for me to mess up, basically. Got my drums now, so the next item will be Blink Dagger. I love having a Blink Dagger on Invoker. It just helps out so much with positioning. Like, I'm not that good that I know how to position the hero without a Blink Dagger. So I like grabbing a Blink. He helps. It helps a lot. I'm just going to push this into the mid lane. Again, nobody's showing on the map, so I'm going to be a little bit cautious. And I'm actually just going to take this tower with my Forge Spirits. Easy tower. Now, everything's farmed out, so I'm just going to hang around so that I can Midas a big creep. Keep that experience rolling. 2.5 times experience. It's very, very good. So I'm just checking around on the map. Just invoke my Forge Spirits. Otherwise, they'll just get farmed. I don't really want to feed them. Now I'm going to... looks like I'm just going to rinse the jungle. Just continue farming. Continue getting items. Right now, I'm watching this fight down bottom. Nothing much is going on, really. So that's an illusion. The Drow gets stunned. So I just Sunstrike it. That's an easy one, that one. Now this guy's here, so I'm just going to walk up, cold snap him. As I said, I like cold snapping because it's just easy. You can see that I just walk him down, right-clicking him all the way. I do tons of damage because of the melting strike from the Forge Spirits, which is armor reduction. So, nice little double kill there. Very nice little double kill. I invoked the wrong thing here. I don't want Ice Wall at all. But anyway. So right now, you may notice on the map that the Nature's Prophet is actually farming our jungle. Now, I don't see him right there at all. But I do have Sunstrike up. So when the Sven finds him right now and pings him, I'm like, what? We take those. we take those. So he got stunned while dueling, but still wins the duel, which is good. So I'm going to come bottom here and push this lane. Don't manage to Midas anything there. Disappointing. I'm going to Midas the range creep. That gives really good experience. And experience is the main thing that I'm after right now. So right now I'm trying to Ice Wall, but I pressed the wrong button. I've got the two abilities, the D and F. So D is the one on the left and F is the one on the right. And I tried... I clearly pressed D, which was on cooldown. Anyway, I'm running. Everyone's here and I'm like... Ooh. So I just cast an Ice Wall. Get my Forge Spirits up. And I told him to duel the Drow. Just a simple cold snap. And I need to get out. So there's a lot of heroes there. Dual damage on the Legion is great. And she just walks away. So, good little passage of play. You know, Drow should be the #1 target for the Legion. So we've got some good objectives. I've got lots of farm. I've got a few kills. We're having an impact across the map. So everything's going really well at this stage. So right now, I'm looking at the Nature's Prophet thinking, Jesus, he's very, very low. And Sunstrike is pure damage, so the damage it says it does. Like, it's not nullified by armor or anything. So he's standing there just farming. I check how much health he's got, and I check how much damage it does. I'm sorry, but it just gets me every time. He's just standing there, innocently farming away. Next minute, Sunstrike. So right now I'll block this camp. That makes me a little bit sad. Anyway, I'll invoke my Forge Spirits. Come out here in the lane. Hopefully I might have something shortly. I do. Good boy. So right now I'm just farming up these treants. He sicked them on me, which is fine by me. And we'll push this lane back out. The idea here is to push this top lane out, I think. And with the early game kind of over, I'm going to pick up my point booster right now. I'm going to sell the Bassi. Bassi's kind of done its job for me. I disassemble it for some reason. And I'll take the point booster because that's going to just expand my mana pool and my health. Make me a little bit more tanky. Which, a little bit of extra HP when you go against, you know, high damaging heroes like Drow and Chaos Knight and CK. CK is Chaos Knight, but never mind. You know, Slark, Nature's Prophet, they all kind of do a lot of damage. Anyway, Sunstrike here. Trying to help, but the Slark actually ends up sharing the damage. They do kill him, which is very, very nice.
The Legion is grateful. Dire's top tower is under attack.
And I'm just going to do my best to take this tower right now.
Dire's top tower has fallen.
So right now, you know, we've kind of pressured and taken 3 towers, which is really good. Everyone's getting, you know, a good amount of farm. Sven's bopping some creeps, which is really good. And I'm getting close to my Ags. Now, I kind of messed up my level progression this game. I didn't level Invoke early enough. Right now, just checking him again to see if I can get a cheeky Sunstrike off.
Dire's bottom tower is
And I pretty much just said to Legion, you know, anytime you get a duel, you need to tell me so that I can Sunstrike him. Because that's pure damage, it's going to get him easy wins, easy kills. Just standing here with the Medusa. Decided to blink forward, just in case the Drow stepped up. She didn't. And I'm only 500 gold away. So again, Forge Spirits, use them to push the lane. A couple of heroes here, which kind of interests me.
That's exact.
And I was telling the Medusa to farm this wave. Now I never realised that the Legion Commander actually ended up getting the what's-its-face. So if this guy gets a stun, I'm obviously going to Sunstrike. He pulls out though, doesn't keep chasing, which is probably advised at this stage. It's a little bit early to be diving past D2. This is only 21 minutes, remember. So we'll just go back to pushing. As we're farming at the same time. You know, with us and Forge Spirits, we get the majority of the last hits. I just see people on the map, so I get a little bit nervous. And the Slark has a Shadow Blade, so if he's smart, he'd be in our jungle looking to pick off the Lion. Right now, I'm going to start trying to invoke a team fight ability, so Chaos Meteor, and I dare say I'll invoke Deafening Blast next. Looking for those pickoffs, looking for those kills. Because right now, I've maxed Exort, so I've got a lot of meatball damage. And in this early game, you kind of need a little bit of help setting up for your combos. So generally speaking, that's a Yule Scepter, generally speaking. Now, I'm telling him to duel him. And he keeps breaking Invis with his what's-its-face. Anyway, Sunstrike. And that's an easy duel win. So right now, though, they all happen to be there, which is a little bit unfortunate for the Legion Commander. So it ends up being a 2 for 2. Not ideal at all. But I do have my Aghanims, so it's not the worst thing ever, because now I can fight a little bit more. So right now I'm just going to run into the fight, drop some spells, and see what happens. I'll just Deafening Blast the illusions off the what's his face. Anyway, I jump forward, drop a meatball. And old mate Sven doesn't stun. For some reason. Anyway. I was expecting him to stun him straight away, so that he could wallop him more, but he doesn't, and that's kind of why I missed the meatball. So this is a little bit funny. Drow gets the deny. I'm like, oh god damn it. And then we just kill her. Because, you know. Anyway, Sven has no mana now. And, you know, that kind of happens when you cast 2 stuns on that hero. 2 stuns and you're done. That's it. Gotta get back to base. Need more mana. So I'm telling my team to back out. Because we don't need to really push this here. And the Slark actually jumps on the line. I don't even realise that this is going on right now. So, pick up another kill there. Sunstriking duels. It's easy duel damage. Easy duel damage. And you should be doing it, you know, each time. Because each time I sunstrike someone, 537.5 damage. It's huge. So right now I've got Cold Snap. All I wanted was the Legion or the Sven to jump on her. And then I'll follow up with Cold Snap. So anyway, Legion Commander is just running around in circles. It's kind of what happens when you buy a Shadow Blade. So, easy kill there. The Legion Commander ends up flanking around. And their high ground defense isn't very good. It's okay, but it's not like Keeper of the Light or someone like that that's got a lot of summons and things that can, or a lot of D-push, you know, AoE damage. So just right-clicking people. And that's an easy fight. You know, I didn't really use any spells. Now I blink out of that, but I do end up getting silenced, which is unfortunate. And this silence does last for a little while. If I was a little bit more concerned about it, I would buy a Yules so that I could Yules out of it. Anyway. So right now I'm looking for the kill, and I do actually pick it up. And I disappear into Ghost Walk and walk away. You know, Drow's very squishy, so I can kill her very easily.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Just gonna Midas this, TP away. So I got my TP boots now, and they're very, very useful because it allows you to have presence all over the map, which combined with, you know, Sunstrike and your other abilities, you can be quite a force if you're good at the hero. Which is kind of the thing, right? It's if you're good at the hero. So I'm 11, 0, and 6 right now. And the good thing is that with Invoker, the hero can be as simple or as complicated as you make it. And you can see in this game, I'm actually playing the hero very, very simply. I'm sunstriking duels, and that's about it.
That's exact.
Right now I'm telling him to duel her. I invoke Sunstrike, but I'm way too slow. They got way too much damage.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
So just get the meatball and the deafening blast back up. This is so that I can potentially blow people up. And we're just going to push as 5 up top here, which is very, very good. So Forge Spirits, get some alacrity going.
Dire's top tower has fallen.
So you can see the Slark is slinking around behind us because he's a shit. He jumps on the lion. Now I just about kill him, which is quite funny. But anyway, so we're going to dive into the base now and see who we can kill. So I jump in front, ice wall, and that's pretty disgusting if I don't say so myself. So once I got that ice wall down, they weren't running anywhere. Not without BKBs anyway. And I don't think any of them bought BKB. None of them bought BKB. They all went Shadow Blade instead. So, you know, no BKB. That makes Invoker a happy boy. So we've taken the bottom lane, the top lane of barracks rather, and I'm TPing mid right now.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Now it's important to note that I nearly killed the Slark through his Shadow Dance regen. Slark is level 15, so that would have been level 2 Shadow Dance regen. And I nearly killed him through it. So Invoker does a lot of damage if you manage to land that those spells.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
So I'm going to work on an Octarine core. It's just going to allow me to cast spells more often. I feel like that's kind of the play. Going to buy it from the side shop. And right now I'm pinging him out. And I'm telling the Legion to get over there. I didn't run up there straight away. And then he runs past him. I'm like, you're kidding me, right? And he tries to TP out. Cold snap. And yeah. I couldn't believe the Legion Commander just walked straight past him. It's like, are you serious? Anyway. Meatball. And we're pushing bottom now. Which is kind of good.
Regeneration.
And I don't really need to farm it. I'll just ping it out to this fan because I'm feeling pretty good right now about my money and how much farm I've got. And I know that if I can get Sven going, you know, that just increases the chances of us winning the game. You know, if I'm good, then yeah. Anyway, the line gets jumped on by the Slark, right? And I'm like, dude, run to us. And he still doesn't run to us. He runs away. And the Slark kills him. It's like, you silly dude. And it's now that I realise that I actually jumped onto the cliff. So I wasn't going to be doing anything from there anyway. There's my soul booster. Get a little bit more mana regen, bigger mana pool, more health. Pretty good item. And the active when I upgrade it to an Octarine, which will be in 150 odd gold, is going to be really good too. And right now this guy's just running at me, so I'm like, well, I'm out. I'm kind of tempted to go back in though. But the Forge Spirit's actually just killing that dude.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Which was kind of funny, actually. So I got enough gold for Octarine. I feel pretty good. I don't really think that I need to buy back. They can't push quite that quickly yet. Right now I'm telling my team, can we, push? They're all off farming in different places, and yeah, it's not the greatest. Right now I'm just pinging. I'm saying just kill the Slark, man. Just go on him. Because I can blink forward and drop a meatball on him. He's like, oh, I didn't know where they all are. I'm like, well, they're clearly not at the bottom lane. Anyway, I missed that one. Is what it is, And he leaps away, which is what it is. I'm not getting that. Anyway, so this guy decides to go ham. And is all of a sudden just in their base. After being the biggest pussy ever and not dueling the Slark when he was alone. Anyway, I get silenced, so I'm out. And the Legion Commander dies. And right now I'm like, well, this is good. The Medusa decides to push the mid lane and just takes Rax, which I was like, oh, fair enough, I'll come here. So we get a Lacrity onto the Sven. If he gets in there, he's just going to carve up. And I catch the Drow with a tornado, which is kind of nice. Old mate comes in. I get the ice ball down and the cold snap. So this guy's not going anywhere. So I feel really good about
Dire's middle tower.
you know, the effect that I had this game. You can see that I'm having control in team fights. I'm doing damage as well. Right now I'm just looking around for sunstrikes. And we're going to measure him. That easy. I'm like, whoa, yeah, I don't want in that. So right now I'm just going to cold snap him as well. Let my team kill him. It's easy game. I just missed the tornado, which is a bit of a shame.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
And I get him. Just like that. So right now just giving vision for everyone. Give alacrity to the Sven because, you know, he needs a million more damage, doesn't he? Seems good. So yeah, that's just kind of the game. You know, I enjoyed it. I feel like I played pretty well. And that's why I wanted to record this.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
I'll use my last drum charge just to kill the Ancient a little bit quicker, and that was it. 14-0 and 13. 164 last hits, and yeah, it was a lot of fun. You know, a couple of good stun strikes in there, a few good plays. I think plays with Ice Ball is kind of where I need to get better. Notice that I didn't use EMP either much that game. You know, I played quite simply. I didn't really use every single spell in my repertoire. And yeah, I hope that you guys enjoyed this this replay commentary. I look forward to seeing you around next time.